Hey guys, it's Spiritual Teacher for you. I'm here. Like, my nose is running, my eyes are watering, and Spirit has strongly suggested that I do what I'm about to do. And this is not like me. I don't know. It feels very strongly like it's for someone. But I did my makeup, and as I was doing my makeup, Spirit was like, take it off. Like, take it all off. Like, it does not feel like when I was putting it on, it feels different. And it felt like I was putting on a mask and like I was hiding myself, even though I feel like I look good with makeup on, but I'm covering myself up. I mean, I don't know if let me turn down the, intensity of this light here so you can see. Okay, yeah, so there's a lot of makeup on my face right now. So Spirit is encouraging me to deliver the message to take it off you. And I mean, not only because it goes both ways, metaphorically and or figuratively and physically, because metaphorically or figuratively, you're literally putting on a mask. Now, I'm not making a dig at makeup. Makeup is wonderful. I think it's used for wonderful things. And of course, I still use makeup. What I'm saying is, if you feel like you have to put makeup on in order to feel beautiful or to feel like, then that's when you're worthy of being accepted. Like, if your husband or your boyfriend or whoever tells you that you're beautiful without makeup on, that is a clue. Like, you don't have to put it on. But then I know that feeling, like they tell you you're beautiful when you have no makeup on, and then you're like, okay, because that's my reaction. Like, okay, I don't know what you're looking at, mister, but this ain't it, And so, but if someone tells me I'm beautiful when I have makeup on, then in my head I'm like, well, it's because I have makeup on. So I really am feeling the message to someone. Someone needs to hear that you are absolutely gorgeous the way you are. It could be my inner child that needs to hear that, but someone here, I feel, needs to hear the message that you are absolutely beautiful, and it's not even, this is the message, I can feel it. It's not even about physical beauty anymore. I don't know why I said anymore, but that came out. It's not about physical beauty anymore. It's about the energy that you put out into the world. And so I just filled up this rag with makeup, and I'm exposing my naked face to you right now. Maybe a little bit of mascara is left over. But I mean, what I'm encouraging you is to put your true self out there and to show the world who you are unapologetically. That's what I'm getting very strongly. And the physical beauty that you have is such a surface level. I mean, truly, it is a surface level. It's on the surface. It's the first thing we see. And so it tricks a lot of people, But I'm telling you something, and I think it was the concert I went to this weekend. Vibes are so much more than physical appearance. The way you carry yourself, the words you choose to say, the things you choose to focus on. Is it positive or is it negative? People are beautiful, of course. But as the cliche saying goes, beauty fades. I mean, we're all going to be 80 years old with wrinkles at some point. There's just no denying it. And as we age, it gets harder to see yourself as beautiful. I think a lot of people struggle with that. And so, something Spirit wants me to tell you guys is, if you are relying on your looks or your beauty to get you, or your handsomeness to get you through your life, at some point that's going to go away. And then what are you going to be left with? Like, there has to be inside where the beauty comes from. And I know I'm not saying anything you haven't ever heard before, but I feel very strongly that it is a time in our lives, whoever's tuning into this, it is a message from Spirit that is a time in your life where focused on the vibe, the energy level, the frequency that you're giving out to the world and for yourself, rather than how you look. Yeah, I can't tell what it looks like here, but you guys, I love you so much, and I think that all people are truly beautiful. And I'm also a massage therapist, and so I see a lot of bodies, and bodies are just beautiful. No matter what they look like, they're just beautiful, because we are in this amazing thing that keeps us alive, experiencing life. Like, it's a vessel to take care of. And when you slap makeup on, or you grow your beard out so you can cover your face. I don't know what guys do to be beautiful, but it's just be you. That's the big message here. And it seems like whoever I'm talking to, you've needed to hear this. Like, if you've been really struggling with how you appear to people, then work on your vibe, work on your self-love, work on raising um, the frequency that you're around, because people are going to feel you first. Okay. So, I went and saw Nako this weekend, and I'm still reeling about it because he is a wonderful band and singer and just musician overall. And I mean, physically, he's just average looking, right? Like, somebody might be like, okay, he's kind of cute. Yeah, sure, he's cute. But in person, or the vibe that he gives off with his music and just his passion, it's a whole different thing. It like raises his attractiveness level hugely, and I could think of a million other examples of people who may not be society accepted beautiful, or handsome, but because of, like, Adam Driver. No, I'm not digging on anybody, but if you just saw him walking down the street, you might think he's kind of goofy looking. But the confidence he brings, his humor, his just charisma, he's a very attractive man. So, I mean, I know you can think of many examples of what I'm talking about. It truly is the vibe, the confidence, the self-assuredness, the self-love you have, and it's not about being charming or being fake so people like you. It's about being authentically you. And if you think about all these people who may not be the most attractive, but like are so attractive, it's because they love who they are, and they're confident in who they are, and they put out into the world what they're creative and passionate about. And that is the message spirits want me to tell you: to be authentically you. Put yourself out there as you are. And honestly, I'm feeling some of you that don't even know who you are. You don't even know who to put out there to the world because you've been hiding it for so long. So I don't have my cards with me right now because I took them on my trip, but I'm going to go get them. I wasn't planning on doing a reading, but I'm feeling it right now just to pull a few cards. And then I'm going to turn the camera down to the cards because I feel that there's some more that Spirit wants to say that I am not just channeling through. So I'm going to get my cards to help me. So I will see you guys in just a second. there is one more thing I want to say before I get the cards down. Um, First of all, I feel so much better taking that makeup off. Secondly, and I feel like you will too, once you've accepted yourself and realize you don't need to cover up, to put on a mask. You don't need to do that. Once you realize that, you're going to feel so free and so much more comfortable. And it does take practice. Like maybe you just go out one day and don't put on makeup, don't wear jewelry, don't put on your best outfit. Just go about your life and see how you feel. And then if it's too scary, you feel like everybody's looking at you, judging you, then maybe the next day go back and then try it again another time. It doesn't have to be just give up. Do what makes you feel authentically you. That's the message I'm getting very clearly, okay? The other thing I wanted to say was, and it just left my head. Come on, Spirit, what was it? Oh, that beauty or physical beauty, attractiveness is almost like a distraction because, blinded by beauty is a cliche saying for a reason. Like, beauty really is a distraction because it literally doesn't matter what these bodies look like. It so does not matter. And I'm learning that. I'm also in the midst of learning this. It's literally what's on the inside, what you put out to the world. It's how you act, the choices you make, the vibe you give off, your true intentions, your honesty, your authenticity, your perseverance, your dedication, your loyalty, your what you choose to put out into the world, how you choose to show up is really the most important thing you could do. So that is the message that was coming out while I was going to get my cards. Now I'm going to turn down to the cards, so give me just a moment and we will get you your reading. Stay tuned. Okay, I have my tarot cards now, and what I would like to do is just do a simple, why don't we do a goal, obstacle, advice reading instead of past, present, future. We're going to do a goal, obstacle, and advice reading. So it's going to talk about a goal that you currently have or a goal that you have been, a goal you have. And then what obstacle may arise, and then what advice Spirit wants to give you to be able to stay on your highest path for that obstacle, okay? All right, let's see what the goal is, Spirit. What is the goal for those that will see this video? What are the goals? What are the goal? Okay, we got a few cards that jumped out here, so let's just leave those like this for now. Leave a little mystery about what the goal is. And then let's go ahead and get our obstacle. What is our obstacle here? Oh, I knew I saw something flip over. Where's it at? I just saw it. Okay. But I felt like there was something else. Let me check and make sure. No. Okay. All right. That is so funny that this is the obstacle. All right. And then what is the advice from Spirit? Okay. We've got the advice right there. Okay. Let's see what we got here for our goal. Okay, I'm just going to flip these over here. All right. So it looks like we've got some indecision on how to. So your goal is wanting to know how to move forward is what I'm sensing. Your goal is wanting to know what to do in order to reach your your goal is to know what to do to reach your goal. And I'm sensing your goal is also to be a leader, to really get into this King of Wands, creativity, just this King of Wands is like the epitome of leader, of someone who like runs a company. I'm seeing CEO, like someone who's not afraid to take risks and be bold in their decisions. Someone who is confident, that confidence I was talking about. So that is the goal. No wonder. I'm also seeing transformation in this, and we've got the lion here for courage and strength. You've got this. I see the goal being you turning into this King of Wands, this really like the salamander on the bottom there is really coming to me, and that represents fire and transformation. The lions are really jumping out to me for strength and courage. This wand representing almost like power and fire and just like creativity. Like the wand is made from the branch of a tree, and that tree was a living thing, and it came from a seedling. So I'm sensing that your goal is to take what you have planted, what you have nourished and nurtured, and to really grow it into this beautiful thing that you are trying to manifest. And I'm sensing that you've been thinking on this for a while now. You've made a little bit of actions towards it, but you really want to come into the full presence of it. You want to just be in it completely. And so I'm seeing that you're not sure how to do that. So the goal is to really figure out how you can become this King of Wands. We do have the Devil that has showed up here, some Capricorn energy here. The bat wings are really jumping out at me at this time, and I'm not sure why. Bat wings, they carry you. Okay. So it's so funny that this devil is like several creatures put together, like with the clawed feet here, the hairy furry legs, the horns, the bat wings. So really I feel, oh, this is disguise. That's what I'm sensing here. Okay, that's why it's all jumping out at me, because this is just a disguise, a mask. This is a mask of like all the things that are keeping you from getting to your goals. So okay, this is so making sense now. This card represents saying goodbye to something, but you're struggling with it. You're struggling with saying goodbye, and it's because you're still holding on to the mask that you have put out into the world, that you've been conditioned to, those societal norms that you're used to hearing in your head of what's acceptable, like what job's acceptable, what car, how you live. Like it's almost like you're defining your life based on society and what to be expected, or maybe there's someone close to you that has made you feel this way. And I'm sensing that this is all ego that you're trying to let go of. That's the goal, is letting go of this ego and mask and material things that seem to matter that really don't. And you're trying to come fully into this King of Wands energy, this creative, bold leader who is after their success and won't take no for an answer, in the sense that, like, if you get rejected in one area, maybe you try a new one, or you go to someone else, or you just don't stop after one no. Someone who, they know what I mean, you've seen movie after movie about people who have gotten rejected, or you've heard of people who have gotten rejected, but they keep going because they know they have to get what they want. If they let one little speed bump stop them, then you aren't meant to do this. Okay? If you want to do this, then you're going to have to go through it over obstacles, and you will. That's what Spirit's saying, though, is that you will get through it, and it's going to feel rough. Okay, this went in a different direction than I thought it would, but it's going to feel rough in the moment. But I am sensing that you are at this self-aware place in life. And so spiritually, I mean, in all ways, you are now looking at your life like, okay, what do I want and don't want? Because that's what's going to get you to this King of Wands. Letting go of what you know is just holding you back, making you feel certain ways. Letting that all go, that is the goal, okay? To really come into this King of Wands. Do you think this King of Wands here, look at this dude. Do you think that this King of Wands is worried about how they look? Or worried about if they got a nice car? Or worried about if their job is, like somebody approves of their job? Or do you think they're walking around their house going, I wonder if there was a camera on me right now, what would people be thinking? No, you're not a Kardashian. You may be, actually. I don't know. I don't know what energy you have or own or take pride in. But if you're doing it for other people, then it's not for you. It's not for you, and then it's not authentic. And to be authentic and to be this King of Wands, you have to be yourself. Okay, that message has come out. If you're meant to get it, you'll get it by this point, okay? So our obstacle that showed up, our obstacle was the Eight of Wands, but reversed. So it's, like I said, it's going to be that this change is coming to get you to this point of King of Wands, but there's going to be things that come up that make you feel out of control, that make you feel like there's too much and you just can't handle it. You feel overwhelmed, and you want the change to come, but I'm sensing that it's scary. So you're a little bit resistant to the change coming because you don't know what it's going to entail. But Spirit, well, let's see. Spirit is in, I felt the message before I even said this card. The advice for you is to keep going. I know, right? But to keep going. Use that courage and strength that it takes to get to this King of Wands energy. This guy is fighting off. Look, he's fighting off all these wands. Like he's defending his stance. He's saying no to the haters. He's saying, I want this and I'm going to have it. He is using his courage and strength. And, I'm sensing some of you are like, well, how do I know I'm not just being stubborn? When will I know to give up or not to give up? How will I know that what I'm going for is not a lost cause? I'm hearing those questions. And this is the other answer, is the world. This is a completion for you. Your end goal is going to happen. I see you questioning yourself this whole way, through this whole journey, going, oh my God, can I do this? Do I have enough in me to do this? I don't want this life anymore. I want a new life where I feel love, I feel acceptance, I feel seen, I feel understood, I feel affirmed, I feel encouraged, I feel uplifted, I feel emboldened to do things I want to do. I want to have the money to do them. I want to be independent and secure in life. I'm sensing all of those feelings in you, and this is saying you are going to get there. You're going to be victorious. You're going to achieve success. But it is going to require you to take off the mask you've been putting up for whoever. I'm sensing family is involved here. Like maybe there's some family pressure, or just that whole wanting to make your parents proud of you kind of thing, or just even an ex, you want an ex to be impressed by how your life has turned out since you've gotten away from them. It's all about impressing other people instead of it being what you want to do. I constantly, or I feel that you are constantly thinking of, like, oh, are people gonna like this, or does this look good? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh gosh, I don't know why, but I'm seeing this candle right now and it's saying 8-inch candle. I have no idea why that's 8 is about manifesting. Inches candle. I don't know why that's blue wax candle. Maybe you need to light some candles in your place to like kind of set the mood to help you, I don't know. That seems very specific. Yeah. Okay. So Spirit, is there anything else here? Anything else that you would like the collective or those tuning into this? I am sensing. Okay, as usual, my angels. My angels are calling to me. And I did not want this to be a long video, so I will be Did y'all even see that shuffle? Look what just happened. I just tried to shuffle and this is what happened. Like, I didn't shuffle at all. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Angels, what message do you have for the collective who are tuning into this message? Angels, what do you got for us? There goes 1, there goes 2, there goes 3. Okay. Those seem to be the ones for us here. Okay. We've got the angel of honesty. When I am honest with myself, I feel the security and the support of my soul in my mind and heart. Yeah, when you're honest with yourself, you have no reason to be paranoid or defensive or anything because you're honest. You literally are doing what you're supposed to do for yourself. You're being honest. There's no lying, there's no deceiving in honesty. To me, honesty is love. It goes hand in hand. The angel of peace, honesty and peace go hand in hand. Peace, when you take off this mask, when you stop being driven by outside sources, peace comes. So the angel of peace is really like requesting that you do this for yourself because you deserve peace. You deserve this. And by golly, you've earned it. You've worked hard to get to this point, okay? Peace is an inner agreement with the soul's steady serenity. It brings a feeling that inspires harmlessness toward every living creature of God's universe. And people wonder why I can't kill bugs. True peace transcends our human understanding and attunes every living being with the universal harmony. The more attuned to peace, the more radiant our lives become. And then we have the angel of understanding. I understand all and everything because I exercise the understanding of myself. So there it is again, to turn inward, to understand yourself. You can't be this King of Wands if you don't even know who you are. Okay? And I'm sensing that y'all are figuring out who you are. So this is a process. It's not going to be overnight. And I think that's what a lot of you are, like, you try to be your authentic self and then it doesn't like revolutionize your life and you're like, it's harder to be yourself than it is to wear this mask because you're so used to putting this out into the world instead of your authentic self. Putting your authentic self out there feels vulnerable because you could be rejected. And then when you wear the mask, and you're rejected, you can be like, oh, well, they're not really rejecting me because this isn't really who I am. But if you put your full self out there, you're risking being rejected, right? That's what you tell yourself. But actually, what you're risking is being loved for who you are. What you're risking is having people authentically about you who are also authentically themselves. You risk, by putting this mask on every day, you're risking losing that opportunity of being surrounded by people who genuinely love you for who you are. You risk not even experiencing that. Wow, that came very strongly. So someone needed to hear that. When we understand who we really are, a full transformation happens in our lives. In the luminosity of the soul, we understand that true knowledge comes from within ourselves and is transformed into the real experience of learning. So what's happening now is you are starting to peel off. You are starting to take the makeup rag and you're starting to just wipe off this mask that you've really developed for yourself to try to be. Let me ask you something. Has it worked? I mean, is it working for you? I don't think so. I think this is the time. Like, look, these chains are so loose around their necks. Also, there's something about lovers here that I'm sensing. Like, I'm really sensing that, okay, oh gosh, it's coming in so strong. Hold on, let me get my thoughts together. That some of you are looking for love, like real love, not just a normal connection. Like, I sense that some of you want to experience a love very deeply that you've never gotten to experience before. And so I'm sensing that once you take off this chain that you've put on yourself by trying to please others and impress others and looking outside of yourself, that when you take that chain off and you finally just show up as who you are authentically, then there's someone coming in. I'm sensing that very strongly, that someone is going to see you for you, and they're not going to be able to resist you. They're going to be like, oh my God, this is the person I've been looking for. This is the person that I have felt that I knew existed. But it is going to require you. They're not going to come into your life until you've taken this mask off. I don't know. I can't tell if tarot is calling to me or my romance and love cards. I think tarot, honestly. So let's see what comes out about this. This card tried to jump out. That's so funny. It's the Hermit card. So there is going to be a time that you are going to just have to be in your own energy, because it's other people's energy that keeps influencing you and trying to, they're not doing it on purpose. It's just when you feel like you can show up as yourself with someone, those are the people that you want to be around, okay? If you want to come into this King of Wands. I'm going to take my romance cards out in case I'm going to use those. But these are the cards that came out here. So let's move these up a little bit so we can see. We've got the Six of Cups reversed, the Two of Pentacles reversed, and the King of Cups reversed. So we got some cup energy here, which is emotions. We got some emotions flowing. So the Six of Cups being reversed is I'm sensing that there's some work with your inner child that you may need to do. Maybe you're looking, but with it being reversed, you're looking too much into the past of your childhood and coming out resentful and bitter. And I'm sensing that you're putting a lot of blame on what happened to you as a child. But Spirit is saying to acknowledge that what happened to you as a kid or even as a young adult, or even as a teenager. What happened in your past that made you feel not loved got you to where you are now as this self-aware, desiring, creative being, this human being. I'm starting to understand that the most creative people, the most passionate people have been through the worst situations. And it's all to get you to where you're needing to go. It's all divine purpose. So when you look too much in the past and you blame your past on how you are now, that is just continuing to wear this mask. It's continuing to use excuses to not come into this King of Wands energy. So I'm sensing that you need to do maybe a guided meditation where you meet your inner child. You meet that little kid that feels abandoned, that feels like you've locked them in a closet to not be seen, because that child is who you are. You know, we're our most pure selves as a child. And it's when we grow up in our family environment, in the world, and where what happens that makes us form these things that the first time we experience rejection as a child, you can look at it many different ways. Every child reacts differently. I'm sensing for those listening that the first time you experienced rejection, you were like, oh, I just showed myself and they didn't like it, so I must not be good the way I am. And so that was the first little piece of the mask you put on. And every time you got rejected, or every time a parent didn't show up for you, or every time you expected someone to be there for you and they weren't, you just kept putting this mask on until finally you don't know who you are anymore. But I'm sensing that you are starting to remember. And so something you can do is go back to this child that you've abandoned and say, hey, I got you. I got you. Like, we're going to do this. We are going to do this. We are going to figure out what is causing us to feel like we need to hide. And I'm going to take care of you. And I'm going to let you come out and play. Because that's all they want to do. They just want to play, authentically play, and put out their creations into the world and not care about being rejected, because it doesn't matter. Because you are a King of Wands. It doesn't matter if someone rejects you. You're doing what feels true and good to you, okay? And then this Two of Pentacles lets me know that you do have a little bit of a loss of balance here with some decisions about money. I feel like you feel held back because of your money situation. And that's part of the mask, is that you're like, oh, wait, I'm not making as much money as I want. Therefore, I'm not worthy of putting my real self out there. Like, how can I put my real self out there if I'm not making money? It's kind of silly to think about it. But really what's happening is you're using that as an excuse, as another part of the mask, the money, because that means you're putting your worth and your value on money. I'm sensing that. And so when you don't have money, your value and worth feels low. When you do have money, you feel good, right? So there's an imbalance there, because you should always feel good about where you're at. And I get it. Come on. It's easy to get out of balance with money because you need money to pay your bills, to live life, right? But I'm sensing that there's too much of a focus on money with your worth, instead of it being a tool, just a means to get you to your true desires, okay? And then this King of Cups reverse coming off is also affirming that your balance is off, and you're really See, the King of Cups is someone who is truly in their emotions, and they use their emotions to catapult themselves forward. They use it as a strength, as a wisdom. But when it's reversed, it means that you're using your emotions as, it's almost like you almost feel dramatic, or like there's drama going on in your life right now. You're feeling easily triggered. Um, you feel off balance in your emotions, like you feel like you just can't control them, and you feel crazy. I can feel the craziness. You feel like, oh my God, why am I crying again? Why am I angry again? Why am I letting this person get to me? It's because these are all things that when you interact with people that trigger you and make you feel emotional, these are all things that relate to the mask you've put on. If you didn't have this mask on, this facade that you're trying to put out into the world, nothing would trigger you, because you would be authentically you in your confidence and boldness. You wouldn't care what anybody thought. But because you do care, you feel triggered. Yeah, I'm having an epiphany myself. So, anyways, let's pull one. We'll see what comes out of the romance deck to see how we are in our. And I didn't want this to be a long reading, and it's going on, but these are the messages that are supposed to be coming out. So, let me shuffle here for a second if I can get my fingers to work. Hi, Smokey. Do you have a good nap? My kitty just woke up. I love when cats wake up and stretch and lick their mouths, and they just look so happy. Maybe those of you listening have a cat at home. Okay, let's see. What love romance messages need to be heard by the group coming here? Toxicity. Toxic relationships can drain your energy and self-worth. So be aware. Yeah, I'm sensing that some of you may be in a toxic relationship right now, or that you're around someone who's toxic. I just sense that there's some people in your life that just bring you down, really. Okay, and then we've got voids. Avoid rushing to fill voids with love. Seek inner fulfillment first. Yes, exactly. So when you try to fill voids with love, that's the devil. That's this. That's ego. That's, you're just checking a box like, oh, I have love in my life, that I have a partner, so I'm good, right? You're seeing as, it doesn't matter who it is, you're just seeing as having someone with you, even if it's toxic, as being a good thing and acceptable, because it makes you seem desirable, right? Like you're like, oh, someone wants me, I'm good. But that's what I'm sensing. But really, and then you're looking at being single or not having someone as like, oh, poor person, you don't have someone who loves you. No, you love you. So that's all that matters. Like, just I'm sensing I don't need to say more about that. Oh, and then we have the adventure card. Seek adventure together. It adds excitement to your journey. So that's interesting. Seek adventure together. So I am sensing that this person coming in, y'all are going to have lots of adventures together. Is there more? I'm sensing there's more. I just got 44 on the clock. You may be seeing 44, or fours are coming up. That's about commitment. Commitment to your journey, to you. I know I got my romance and cards out, but that's only because I felt some love energy here but this is in the background. This love romance partner is in the background. And really what I'm getting from spirit is to focus on you. Avoid filling voids with love. Seek inner fulfillment first. And then we have long distance here. Love knows no distance. It transcends time and space. So I'm sensing that this love coming in is not going to be exactly like what you thought it would look like or feel like, or like you don't know this kind of love, this true love here. Also, I'm getting to say, because I see the train, and then the Eight of Wands can be a card about travel as well. So I'm sensing there may be some travel in your future, or maybe you are. Yeah, no, in your future is what I'm sensing. So let's see, is there anything else here? Okay, these are the last ones to close the reading. True love, holy moly, I almost cussed. A deep and enduring connection going beyond superficial attraction. Y'all, that's what this whole message has been about. Holy moly. Whoever is tuning in here, your true love is coming, but it really is up to you to take this mask off, because your true love can't come in when you're hiding. You're hiding right now. Stop hiding. Be you. Boundaries. Love may challenge your boundaries. Protect them. So that is another message coming through there, to keep your boundaries, because this true love is going to be a new kind of love you never experienced, and it is important to keep your boundaries in place, because you deserve. If something makes you uncomfortable, you're allowed to say it. If something makes you not feel, hold on. I'm just sensing that you've been afraid to put boundaries up because then there might be a rejection. But if they reject you because of a boundary that's important to you has been put up, then they aren't for you. That's that toxicity. Okay? Don't be scared to put up boundaries that are important to you. If something makes you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to say it. You're safe. You're protected. Okay, you guys, I am very excited about your journey, and I really would love for you to connect with me and like tell me how this reading has resonated with you. I want to hear, your stories. If you don't want to put it publicly, reach out to me individually. I want to hear what you're experiencing in life and if my readings are resonating with you. But if you do want to share your energy and connect with the readings more, you can like and comment, you can follow, subscribe, you can share my content, you can look at more of it on all my social media at Spiritual Teacher for You. I have personal readings that are available as well, where I can tap into your energy specifically and get more specific detailed messages for you. So check those out on my Etsy shop and Fiverr. And I'm also on TikTok now, that I've been trying to post something at least every day. If you have suggestions for some videos for my TikTok, please send them to me. I try to go with what I feel in the moment. And so what I've been doing is some intuition tests and just like kind of showing nature stuff and just things I've been experiencing and lately. And so I encourage you to check that out. And also, again, if you have any ideas for me, please don't be scared to share those. I really am open to hearing your ideas. And I just want to say that I love you guys so much. Seriously. Those of you tuning in, supporting me, it means more than you know, and I am sending lots of love. So much love and light to you guys. Have a great day.